Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. So today I just want to share with you a few things that I've done this January that have really helped me step out of my comfort zone that I'd like to share. Let's say if somebody is stuck on a thing or two and they're wondering how to go about it, so maybe what I'm about to say might help you. So I have a few notes here on my notebook, so I'm just gonna go quickly into it and just share a few things that I've done this month that have really worked out for me. So, and also if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscription button, and also click the notification bell for my videos to come, so every time I post you'll be notified and you can always go and watch. And also please don't forget to like, share and comment. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts about my other videos. So I'll just go right into it. So the number one thing that I've done this month, actually I think we are on the 31st of January, so the month is over finally. Whew. So first of all, the first thing that I've done this January that have really helped me in terms of boosting my knowledge and my wisdom, in terms of getting self-discipline, is like reading books. In the initial plan when I started January was to read like 5 books, a book every week. So but I couldn't do it because the first 2 weeks of January my mind was just not into it already, so I got lazy. But I read 3 books, and these 3 books have been so good to me. They have lifted me up, so I just want to share with you. So the first book that I read was Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. I think this book, if you are trying to open a business or you have already opened one, I think this book is that thing that gives you the motivation to just carry on. If the business is something that you've envisioned, something that you've put your sweat into, something that you see yourself in the next 5 years, I think this book really guides you, because Phil Knight is the co-founder of Nike. So when Nike started, he didn't have anything. He was just a boy living at his dad's home. So he borrowed some money from his dad, and then he traveled to Japan with no idea what he was going to find there. He made his first order for shoes, and then he started selling them on his car, and see where Nike is now. So that is a very motivational book for business minded people. So the second book I read was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I mean, this book is my favorite I've read this month, to be honest. It teaches you about listening skills. I mean, communication skills, you can talk to a person and speak your mind without offending the other person, how to listen to other people. I mean, understanding. It's a really nice book. By the end of the day, you learn how to negotiate, you learn how to enter an interview room and how to speak. By the end of the day, you learn how to win deals without even saying much, just being there and listening. So this book is really nice. So if you're still trying to figure out how to talk to people, if you're that one person that doesn't know how to speak, in front of people, I think you should really read this book. So the third one that I've read is Compound Effect. Compound Effect by Daniel Meylen. I don't know if I'm spelling the name correctly. But Compound Effect, wow. Compound Effect basically teaches you how to grow spiritually, like how to put God, let's say, in your business and really make it work. Because for an example that I'd give, some of us, we start from being a user to a servant to a leader. So the leader is like the goal, is where you want to be by the end of the day. You want to be a leader. You don't want to find yourself in the servant position whereby you are just asking for directions. In short form, you are there but you keep on asking God to direct you, and then you don't want to find yourself in the first position, which is the user position, where you just want to drive alone but you just want God to sit there and just see you doing it all alone. So you want to be in a leadership position where you just let God take control of everything and just watch and experience the outcome and how God can really make things happen when you're just letting Him have and take the wheel. So those 3 books have really helped me grow mentally, like spiritually. I mean, business wise, I've really grown. So then the other thing that I've done this month that I've really helped me a lot is like listen to podcast every single morning. Like when I wake up at 6 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, after I have done a few things, I just listen to a podcast. And I have like 4 favorite podcasts that I listen to. One by Robin Sharma. Robin Sharma, I've learned from him. It's basically the 5 a.m. club. I've learned from him. My best is the 90-day rule. Like what the 90-day rule means is like, you make sure every single morning you spend 90 minutes working through or doing something that will help you, grow your business. If there's a business you're planning to open, you have to spend every single morning, you take like an hour and a half to work through it. You work through this thing that you envision, this thing that you see yourself doing in the next 1 year, 2 years. So you have to work through it. It also teaches you how business-minded people work, how billionaires work, their life routine, how to really make it in the business industry. So it teaches you a lot. So that one I won't explain much, but I'd love for you to listen. If you listen to podcasts, I'd love for you to listen to him and just see something. You really learn a lot. And then the other person I listen to is Oprah Winfrey. I really like Oprah, like the Soul podcast. It teaches you a lot. Basically, you learn a lot from these celebrities, like where they started. Most of them started from nowhere to be where they are now. So it's a really encouraging and motivating. And then the other one I listen to is T.D Jakes. T.D Jakes, I listen to him basically for my spiritual purposes. He lifts my spirit up basically by listening to him, listening to his sermons. Like, he's a really amazing preacher. And one day, if I find myself, I would like to go to his church, the Potter's House, and just be there and listen. And just worship with him. He's a very amazing person that God gave to us to just speak to us, to just help us grow spiritually, and I love him. So the 4, Garyvee, Robin Sharma, Oprah, and T.D Jakes, those are my 4 best podcasts that I listen to every morning just by choice. You learn that every morning before you go outside the world, you need to do something that motivates you, something motivational. You need to maybe meditate. So when you go out in the world, you've already fed your soul. And then the other thing that I've done this January is like exercise. I've exercised I exercise 5 days in a week. So 5 days in a week, I take like 10 or 20 minutes to just exercise. I'm not exercising because I want to lose some weight. No, I'm so tiny. I'm exercising because I want to be fit and because I love my body, and I want just to be strong, you know, just to be healthy. And also the other thing I've done this month is just make sure that I eat healthy. At least I'm not yet consistent to it, but I want to be consistent in eating healthy. Other thing that I've done this month is like be intimate with God. You know, this is what I was saying about the user. When we pray, everybody prays, basically everybody prays, but being intimate is something that people don't do much. When you're intimate with God, it's another level, you know. It's like your best friend. It's like your partner in crime. It's like he's always here. Like when I'm sitting here, he's here beside me. So he's like, whenever you do something, you do it with him. You don't leave him behind. So I want to be that intimate throughout this year and always in my life. Like his love is overflowing in me, and that I'm able to share that love endlessly. So that sounds corny, but that's what I'm trying to get at. And then the other thing I've done this month is like dedicate my time to my family. You know, your family is the number one thing that you have to dedicate your time to. So I spend most of my free time and just go visit my mom, my sisters, and my little nephew, and just spend some time with them, listen to them, and see them. That is happiness to me by the end of the day. Spending time with the people you love is just happiness, because you never know how many days you have left in this world. You see people, you wake up, somebody died, and it's really shocking. So spend more time with the people you love. Pick those calls, answer those texts. Don't wait, so you won't regret later. So the other thing, just try to be a giver. You know, I think this year is going to be different, because this year God is always giving us things, and sometimes we find ourselves in a position where we don't give back. And even when we do give back, we just give back a little, just kidogo. And I think we have to be in a position where we give. You know, giving fulfills you. No, I don't know if you feel that, but that's how I feel. The last thing, finally, the last thing that I've done, this month, is like I've stopped blaming anybody, because all I want this year is to focus. I want to maintain consistency in everything that I want to do, so by the end I can have that end goal that I want to achieve, that thing that I envision myself doing. I cannot do that if I keep playing in circles. So that is the number one thing. Just like stop blaming people and own up to my own mistakes and move forward with it, you know. So move forward and grow and hold on to that thing that you envision yourself doing, and you'll see what amazing things God is going to do for you this year. So that's all the things that I've done this month. And the number one thing that have really motivated me is like maintaining consistency and having that all the things that I want to do this year on my vision board. So every morning, what I do when I wake up, after I've exercised, after I've had my intimate time with God, after I've showered, I've had my breakfast, I just take 5 minutes of my time and just go through my goals, so that it keeps playing on my mind, so that I know what I want by the end of the day. I think what motivates me mostly is consistency, like being consistent in everything that I do. It's really hard to be consistent sometimes, especially if you're just starting or if you're not used to it. But what I can recommend you, if you have tried but you keep on failing, is just put have somebody be a witness. Like, it can be your mom, it can be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, it can be your brother, your sister, your friend, your best friend. Just speak to somebody who you trust, and it will be your word against theirs. So that is another way to just be consistent. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that what I've said has made sense to you, and you'd want to try a thing or two. I'm just gonna write the podcast listen to and the books down below, so you can check them out if you'd like to. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.